What's up guys, Ronnie here, welcome back to the show. We are at JSY Gas and Service Station. We have live. What's up? Yeah, so we're gonna change Lai's front tire on a CRF 250L Supermoto because it has some rubbing issues. Anyway, stay tuned.
In one of my previous videos, I talked about how awesome of a motorcycle the Honda CRF 250 or 300L are, and why those bikes are an awesome platform for a practical supermoto build. A supermoto that won't break the bank, but still would make a fun corner carver and daily rider rolled into one. Now, if you are watching this video, I assume you are one of 3 people that I could think of that would be interested in this subject. Number 1, you have a CRF 250 or 300L. Number 2, you are wondering how to build a supermoto. And number 3, you are both number 1 and number 2. And if you are any of those 3 people that I mentioned, then this video is for you. Now, in this one, I will be answering the age-old question when it comes to building a supermoto, and that is, what size tires and rims are you using? And after that, we will discuss the issues and solutions that are specific to turning your Honda CRF into that awesome street weapon that you have been thinking of. Now, before I begin, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And if you have something useful to add to this subject or questions, feel free to post your comments below and I will get back to you ASAP. With that out of the way, let's begin. Alright, let's start with the infamous supermoto question, and that is, what size tires and rims are you using? Now, there are 2 answers to this question. Answer number 1 involves changing your stock rims and tires to something more street-oriented, and the gold standard size wheels for the street is 17s. Generally accepted rims and tire sizes for a supermoto build are 3.5 inches wide by 17 inches diameter rim for the front with a 120/70/17 street tire. For the rear wheel, you will need a 4.25 inches wide by 17 inches diameter rim with a 150/60/17 street tire. Now, there are other rim and tire combos out there, but for the sake of not confusing yourself in your supermoto project, stick to this one for now. Answer number 2 is probably the easiest way to turn your dirt bike into a supermoto, especially if you are tight on the budget, and that is to go sportsman class. Some would call this the big wheel supermoto. To achieve this, all you have to do is use your stock rims and install sticky road tires on them, and that's it. Okay, now for the issues commonly associated with converting the Honda CRF into a supermoto. There are 2 actually, and the solutions to these problems, especially if you go with answer number 1 to our question earlier. First issue has something to do with the front tire. If you are running a 120 or wider tire up front, chances are you will be experiencing some fork rub, especially when the suspension compresses. The fork's spacing is slightly narrower on the CRF, and this causes the tire to rub against the fork seals, causing damage to both components. Now, there are 2 solutions to this. Number 1 is to use slightly thicker wheel spacers to give you the clearance that you need to avoid getting the tires from rubbing against your forks. You'll also need to adjust your calipers to fix the offset made by the thicker wheel spacers. Number 2 is a lot easier and is guaranteed to fix the rubbing issues, but will cost you a bit of front end traction, especially at leans, which is what me and Lai are doing right now. Going for a slightly smaller front tire such as this 110/70 will solve this problem. Lai might lose a bit of front end traction, but he will gain quicker handling and a much faster turn-in. Now, the last issue in turning the CRF-L into a supermoto has something to do with the rear rim. Finding a 4.25/17 rear rim is easy these days, and there are many options. But the thing with the CRF or any Honda that has a spoked rear wheel with a disc brake hub is that they have 32 spokes. Other motorcycle brands have 36 spokes for both front and rear wheel. In Honda's case, they have 36 spokes on the front and 32 spokes for the rear, which makes it a bit more expensive and a bit harder to find as compared to other brands. Make sure you check the spokes on your wheels before changing your rims to 17s. That's it for this video. I think I have answered these questions as best as I can, and if I missed something, please post them in the comment section below so that other curious viewers will know about it as well. Don't forget to like this video, and if you do, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. As always, see you in the next one. Bye.